Hello everyone. Today I am here with you all to discuss the new chapter for class 8 that is very important, that is called reproduction in animals. Dear children, in class 7 you have already studied about reproduction. You are familiar with that term, right? Like what is reproduction? In class 7 we have studied about reproduction in plants, both sexual and asexual reproduction. Now in class 8, we will study about reproduction in animals, right? So reproduction is a term which means the production of new individual by their parents. It is one of the most important characteristic of living organisms. It is essential for the survival of a species on the earth. It ensures the continuity of life on the earth. In this chapter, we shall learn how reproduction takes place in animals. So that is the content which we are going to study in this chapter, right? So first of all, the sexual reproduction, the production of new animals by the existing two parents by the fusion of their gametes is called sexual reproduction. It involves the fusion of male gamete with female gamete, which leads to the formation of zygote that develops into a new individual. Zygote, gametes, this all we will discuss in this chapter. Fishes, frogs, cows, dogs, human beings, these all reproduce by the sexual reproduction. In sexual reproduction, here you can see the male reproductive system. Male reproductive system consists of a pair of testes. These are testes. Sperm ducts, two sperm ducts, which we call vas deferens also. Sperm ducts are also known as vas deferens. Urethra and a penis. Now, if we talk about testes, singular we call testis, T-E-S-T-I-S, and as a plural form we call it T-E-S-T-E-S, testis, because they are two in number, right? They are oval in shape. They lie in a small muscular pouch called scrotum. That muscular pouch is called scrotum. You can see here that muscular that is scrotum, right? Now scrotum acts as a thermoregulator and keeps the temperature of testis about 1 to 3 degrees Celsius lower than the body temperature, right? Very important thing, because it keeps the testis at the lower temperature. How much lower than the body temperature? 1 to 3 degrees Celsius, which is necessary for the production of sperms. Because if the testis will be inside the body, then the body temperature is too high that the formation of sperms will not take place. So the function of testis is to produce male gametes called sperms. So sperms are the male gametes which help in the reproduction, and also to produce the male sex hormones called testosterone. Testosterone is the male sex hormone. The testes of man start the formation of sperms on reaching the age of 14 to 15 years, and after that throughout his life. The testes of a healthy male produce about 2 billion sperms every day. Each sperm has a head, a middle piece, and a tail, which we will study about the structure of the sperm, right? Then next we have vas deferens. The vas deferens or the sperm duct is a narrow duct which starts from the testis and joins the urethra. It starts from the, you can see here, this is vas deferens going, starting from the testis and going to urethra, right? It carries sperm to the urethra by the muscular action of its wall. Fluid produced by the seminal vesicles mixed with the sperm to produce semen. This fluid provides nourishment to the sperms. Next is urethra. It is a long tube that arises from the urinary bladder to carry urine. It runs through the penis and opens to the outside through male genital pore. The semen from vas deferens also join the urethra. Thus, urethra carries urine from the bladder as well as semen, which consists of sperms from the vas deferens through the penis. Now, penis is a long and thick muscular organ. It injects the sperms into the vagina of the female body. The male reproductive system also has some accessory glands like seminal vesicles. You can see here seminal vesicle. This is seminal vesicle. Prostate gland. Here is the prostate gland, right? So these are some, we can say, accessory glands which are present in. So that is all about this male reproductive system. Next is female reproductive system. In female reproductive system, it consists of a pair of ovaries, oviducts, uterus, and vagina. Now, in this, if we talk about one by one about ovaries, a woman has two ovaries present in the abdominal cavity just below the kidneys. The function of ovaries is to make the female gamete called ova or eggs, and also to secrete the female sex hormone called estrogen or progesterone, right? So that is the female sex hormone, that is estrogen or progesterone. At puberty, which we are going to discuss in the chapter 10, reaching the age of adolescence, the ovaries produce eggs required for fertilization. In human beings, a single mature egg is released into the oviduct alternatively by one of the ovaries every month, right? Then next we have the fallopian tube. In fallopian tube, you can see here this fallopian tube. So in fallopian tube, it is a thin and coiled muscular tube with a funnel-shaped opening near the ovaries. Funnel-shaped openings are there near the ovaries. You can see these funnel-shaped openings. It joins uterus to the ovary. The ovum or egg cell released by an ovary goes into the fallopian tube through its funnel-shaped opening. The fertilization of egg takes place in the fallopian tube. Next is the uterus, or we call it womb. The two fallopian tubes connected to a bag-like organ called uterus. You can see these are connected to uterus, right? The growth and development of the fertilized egg, that is zygote, into a baby takes place in the uterus. Next is the vagina. The uterus opens into a wide muscular tube called vagina, which opens to the outside of the body. In females, vaginal opening and urinary opening are separate, unlike males. The female reproductive system also has some accessory glands like mammary glands for nourishment of infants and Bartholin gland for secretion of lubricant. Right? So this is all about female reproductive system. Human ovum. You can see here in the structure, cytoplasm is there, nucleus is there. These are the follicle cells of corona radiata. So ovum plural is ova, meaning egg or egg cell. A haploid female reproductive cell or gamete. Both animals and embryophytes have ova. It is used for the young ovum of an animal as well as the plant structure that carries the female gametophyte and egg cells and develop into seed after fertilization. Sperm. It was first observed in 1677 by Antony van Leeuwenhoek using a microscope. The sperms are produced by the testes, as we have already discussed, and they have head, middle piece, and a tail. Each sperm is a single cell with all usual cell components. You can see here the structure. Structure of sperm. In this structure, sperm fertilizing a female egg. That is female egg, and the sperm is just entering the female egg, and then the fertilization will start. So next is fertilization. In human beings, fertilization is internal. Millions of sperms are introduced into the vagina of female through penis during mating. The process of releasing sperms into the vagina is called ejaculation. The sperms are highly active and motile. They reach the fallopian tubes through the uterus. One of the sperm fuses with ovum in the fallopian tube to form zygote. After fertilization, a covering is formed around the fertilized egg, which prevents other sperms from entering into it. So that is human egg cell and that is human sperm cell. When they will fuse together, then the fertilized human embryo you can see here, right? That I have already discussed with you. Now here you can see the sperms are entering in the egg. One sperm is entering, million of sperms are moving around it. One sperm, when it enters, as I earlier told you, that a covering is formed. Now you can see that zona pellucida becomes impermeable to the other sperm. That covering is formed around this egg so that other sperm cannot enter it. Right? So here in the structure you can see egg, fertilization, sperm is entering inside the egg, then egg is moving through the fallopian tube, and then finally it reaches to the uterus for the development. The zygote divides rapidly and repeatedly, forms a ball of hundred of cells. The cells then begin to form groups that develop into different tissues and organs of the body. This developing structure is called an embryo. The embryo gets embedded in the wall of uterus for further development. This is called implantation. The embryo continues to develop into the uterus. It gradually develops body parts such as hands, legs, head, eyes, ear, etc. Right? The stage of the embryo in which all the body parts can be identified, that is known as fetus. And the fetus is attached to the uterus by a special structure called placenta. The placenta provides oxygen and nutrients to the fetus and also remove waste. When the development of fetus is complete, the mother gives birth to the baby. The period of complete development of fetus from fertilization till the birth of baby is called gestation period. It is about 9 months or 40 weeks in humans. The act of giving birth to a baby is called parturition. Right? So that is all for the first day lecture, dear children. You can go through this video again and again, and I hope it will definitely help you out. Thank you.